Hi and welcome to NicheCraft. My name is Kassi and I'm your host. And today on NicheCraft we're going to talk about how to change colors when we're working with crochet. Alright, so this first tutorial I'm going to start with this darker pink, and then I'm going to switch to this lighter pink, and then I'm going to switch to this white. And this is the yarn that I got from Hobbii in my mystery yarn unboxing that I showed you guys yesterday. This is the Amigo yarn. It says that each one of these is a 3 weight, but it seems like this might be closer to a 4 weight, but hey, that's okay for the purpose of this video. All we need is to have multiple colors, right? So if you're at home and you only have one color of yarn, that's okay. You can still practice this technique. All you have to do is when you're done with the first row, you can snip it off, and then you can start the next row where the color change happens. You can start that with your new color, by using just that new tail, because it's the same idea there. Okay, so I'm going to start with this dark pink, and I'm going to make a slip knot here, and I'm going to chain up, how about 20 stitches? Okay, since I'm using a weight 3, I'm using an H hook. So I'm going to chain 20 stitches and I'll be back. Alright? Alright, I'm back and I have 20 stitches of this darker pink yarn. Now I'm going to chain 2, and I kept my thumb on that last chain there that was 2 from my hook. I chained 2, and now I'm going to double crochet into each one of these chains using this darker pink yarn. Okay, so I'm going to just double crochet across, and the way you do that is you put a loop over your hook, or yarn over, then you put your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2, you have 2 loops on your hook, and then pull through 2 again, and now you have a double crochet. And what I'm going to do again is I'm going to double crochet into every single chain from along this row, and I will meet you back when I get to the end of the row so I can show you what we do when we change yarn colors. Okay? Alright, I'll see you there. Alright, welcome back. So I am on this very, very last stitch. I'm going to yarn over, put my hook through, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then pull through 2 again. And this is where I'm going to want to make my color change. So I can either make my color change here, okay, or what I can do, and by making my color change is, I mean, now I can pull a loop through here with the next color and change colors. Or what most people do is when they're on their very, very last stitch, and let's pretend like it's a double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to put my hook in that last stitch, I'm going to pull up a loop, and then I'm going to pull a loop through both of those. Now I'm going to take my next color and I'm going to pull a loop through that. Okay, now if you find that pulling a loop through that ends up making this color kind of feel a little like it's just kind of hanging there and it's not really doing much, one of the things you can do is that you can actually take this time to tie these 2 colors together and then snip them both off at that tail right here. Okay, so you would want to tie this right here. We'll just ignore this first tail. You'd want to tie this smaller, this one, which is with the lighter color, to this, and then you can snip it. You could make a magic knot like I've shown you in a previous tutorial, but how most people will change color is by pulling that last loop up in the color that's going to be that next row color, and then they start making their next stitch. Now I personally feel when I do it that way that this is a little bit too loose. So what I do, and this is just what I do, I make a slip knot first, And then when I'm finishing off this stitch, instead of just pulling that loop through, I pull the slip knot through. That way, when I pull it through, I can tighten that slip knot so that it is the same, and then I can kind of tug on this one so that it is also the same, so that I can make sure that those stitches match up. Okay, so at this point, I might normally clip this end here, leaving a tail with the darker color. But since I'm going to be using the same yarn to do other tutorials, I'm just going to go ahead and let that hang around. So we were doing double crochet. So I'm going to pull up 2 more loops. I'm going to chain 2 and turn. And I'm going to go back into that last stitch that I made there. And I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then pull through 2 again. And I am almost certain that this is actually a weight 3 and this is a weight 4, but it doesn't matter because we're just learning how to change colors, and it's going to be the same way either way. So now I'm just going to crochet across with this new color, and I've changed colors once. So here I am doing the double crochet across now that we've changed those colors. And I'm going to continue to do this until I get to the end. And when I get to the end, that's where we are going to change colors to the white. All right. See you there. All right. Hi there. So I am at the very last stitch of this row. It's right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Using this color, I'm going to pull through that first 2, and I have 2 more loops. Next, I'm going to make a slip knot on this. You don't have to make a slip knot if you don't want to, but for me that feels more tight and more structured. Okay, and then you're going to pull the loop from that slip knot through those final last 2 to change to white as your next color. Okay, at this point you can pull the end of that tail on the white one to tighten that one up. You can pull the end of the tail on the lighter pink to tighten that one up so that your stitches are the same. Next, we're going to chain 2 with the new white color. Obviously, you will want to do that with the longer piece. I almost picked up that tail and started working with that. So you're going to chain 2. So 1, 2, and then you're going to turn. Again, I'm not going to snip this off because I'm probably going to just frog this and use it for my next tutorial. But now I am going to yarn over and double crochet into each one of these stitches from the previous row. And now that I have switched to this white, what I would normally do is cut this off and probably just leave them dangling, but for just, extra just to be extra careful, you can always tie them together and then hide the ends by weaving them in underneath these stitches. All right, so that's what I would do if I was going to continue to make something where I was switching colors like that. But since I'm just doing a demonstration on how to switch colors, I don't really need to do that. So I'm going to double crochet across again, and I've just switched from one color to the next, and this is how you do it if you're switching in at the this is what you do if you're switching at the end of the row for color changes. All right, so before I go ahead and end this video, I want to go ahead and remind you guys that I do have some giveaways going on right now. So you're going to want to check out the rest of my videos so you can find that giveaway and enter. I always have giveaways going on, so you're going to definitely want to see what I have going on right now. I also wanted to say that I've only told you how to switch colors when you're working with switching colors at the end of a row. Okay, I understand that that's not always going to be the case, so I have a series today where I am going to show you how to switch colors in a granny square, and also how to switch colors and make a gingham pattern with I was going to use dark pink, light pink, and white, but I think I'm going to just switch to something where it has the same weight in all of them, just so that I can demonstrate it where it looks a lot more pleasing. I wouldn't have worked with this 4-weight yarn if it hadn't been labeled a 4-weight. But anyway, hopefully this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. As always, I appreciate any kind of comments that you guys want to leave. If you're not subscribed, you're probably going to want to subscribe, because you will see lots and lots of tutorials, lots of different kinds of videos, all of them relating to yarn-related crafts and crafts in general. And I have lots of giveaways. Go ahead and hit that bell so that you can be sure that you will not miss a single giveaway, because that way we'll go ahead and send you an email or a notification every time a new video is uploaded. I will see you guys again later on today with how to switch colors in a granny square. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you soon.